Good morning. I have a friend that sent me a video helping me with my computer skills, and that's how she opened her message to me. So I love the sound of it. So I thought I would do that for you too, because it just puts a chipper feeling to the day, I think. So anyway, I'm Tina from Lantern Lighter Ranch here in Quaker City, Ohio. I have a business where I teach life and leadership skills with the horses that I have here, and actually they're the teachers and I facilitate the program for them and for you. But anyway, what I wanted to talk to you about today is, how do you eat an elephant? And the answer is one bite at a time. So my husband and I moved onto this property here in Quaker City, Ohio 5 years ago, and we've been taking down trees to put up pretty much everything since then. And that was definitely an eating an elephant kind of a project. So what we did was we broke it down into smaller pieces, and that's why it's taken us so long so far. And we're not done yet. We're still working on it, and hopefully we'll always be working on it, because I like to dream big and change things. But anyway, so probably 2 years ago now, my oldest grandson, he was about 9 at the time, gave me a call and he said, "Mimi, I'd like to make some money because I'm saving for something special. Do you have something that you could have me do that I can make a little money at?" And so I said, "Yeah, sure. Come on down and we'll find something to do today." So his mom brought him down, and when he got there, I said, "Colton, today we're going to eat an elephant." And he said, "What do you mean by that?" And I said, "Well, when you eat an elephant, they're so big, you eat them one bite at a time." And I said, "So the project that we're doing today is really big, and we're going to have to do it a little bit at a time and work our way through it and hope to get done by the end of the day." And I thought it was a project that we would be able to finish what I had planned, which is rewarding to him. And by the end of the day, he actually did go over and take a nap in the hay barn. But when he looked at the project, he stood back and he said, "This is more like eating a dinosaur." So I think he thought it was a pretty big project. So several years ago, when I first got started, I was not good at getting the business going as far as making a plan. I was always behind and stressed out. And so at the end of my second year, I thought, "Oh, this has to change. How can I make this better? This is very stressful and I'm not getting any younger." So I thought, well, I listened to some great speakers, and one of the speaker I listened to, Jim Rohn, he had said that, summer always comes after spring and winter always comes after summer. And I thought, you know what? He is right. So what I did was I took my calendar and I wrote down my months, and I planned January through March is more like my winter season. And then March through May is more like my spring season, maybe into June. And then, of course, my summer season and my fall season. So I took those and I separated all of them, and I wrote in those all of my activities and programs that fit into that season, including my training the horses, my training the people, if I'm using staff. Currently, it's no staff but me and the horses, but if I need to train anybody, if I need to fix any equipment, if I need to purchase equipment for programming, everything that I need to do to get ready, I wrote down everything I could think of, even if it wasn't important, but it was what was on my mind. That way I didn't have to stress about it. Then I took all of that and I gave everything a number of importance. So my number ones were things that had to be done. My number twos were things that were necessary, but not as emergency as number one. And then my number threes were things that I just added 2 programs to specialize them a little more, to make them the way I wanted to see the program be. My number fours were typically things that they're a long-term plan. So if I got to it this year, that would be great. If not, it was just something I didn't want to forget about. So it was kind of in what we used to call the parking lot. So it was there to be seen, there to be remembered, but maybe not ever done. It just depended if it was something that needed more thought usually. So once I got my numbers written down, I wrote everything into the month that it needed to be in according to the numbers. And then I wrote the weeks I needed them to be done. And then I wrote the days that I wanted to be working on them. So that actually helped me plan. You've heard the saying before, plan your year, plan your day, plan your month. So anyway, that's what I did. And that took all the stress away. I could not understand why people who have the same things going on every year don't plan ahead, why they get so stressed, because it should work like clockwork. And typically now my things work like clockwork. Of course, marketing is a little different. My continuing education is in different places or different, brought to me by different sources. And so, but it makes it a lot more enjoyable that way, because I can look at my calendar and say, oh, okay, so in my winter, I had planned my continuing education. So I need to pull up my calendar and pull up, resources and see where do I want to go to get some continuing education to keep growing. And, my marketing, what do I need to market? Where do I want to market? And how much am I going to need to spend on that? So it made my elephant a lot smaller by doing that. It broke it down into pieces, my 1 bites at a time, and just made so much more sense, made everything a lot easier. So anyway, I wanted to share that with you in hopes that maybe it would help you too. And I hope you have a great day. Thanks so much.